I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Hi. Hi, Greg Master. Greg Master, I'm not stumping my feet. You already know that. Are you subscribed to me, Greg Master? You must be subscribed to me. Now, do I ever stomp my feet? I may stumble. I may stumble. If I'm not watching where I'm going, I might stumble. Like somewhere like this, I might slip up and stumble because I'm reading comments, right? Yeah, I sub. I figured you must have. You're back over here wanting me to stomp my feet. We're moving our feet. We're moving our feet. Moving our feet, moving our legs. We're getting our walk in. You are sub to me. And you asked me the same question that I just answered. If you ask me that one more time, one more time, Greg Master, you're going to be door master. The laughing emoji. You are funny. What you ask me one more time? Well, you go live and you go live and stomp your feet and let me see how much fun it is. If you go live and stomp your feet and let us see how much fun it is, we still won't do it, but we'll watch you have fun. I told you I let the trolls make it until they act up too much. What type of bug was that? Oh, see, that's a new one. Up the hill we go. Up the hill we go. Let's go. Let's walk. Get up and walk. If you're at home right now, wherever you are, get up and walk down the street. Walk up the street, down the street, around the block, around the corner. Hey, Shawanda. Shawanda says, hello, everyone. Shawanda, you see my troll, Greg? Happy Tuesday. It's Turbo Tuesday. Y'all know what Turbo Tuesday means? It means tomorrow. It means today is Tuesday. And I'm sure you probably thought it went by slow, but look where we are today. It's late evening, early night, and tomorrow is hump day. Tomorrow's hump day. Shawanda says, hello, everyone. What y'all doing? Y'all having tacos today? Y'all having tacos for Taco Tuesday? What are y'all eating? Y'all know the topics we discuss over here. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What everybody's eating? What did you do today? How was your day? Did you go to work today? If you did you have a good day at work? What are your plans for tomorrow? Are you off tomorrow? Are you working tomorrow? How many of you guys are getting your last minute vacations in? Last minute summer vacations. You know, we have less than a week and it is officially fall. Less than a week and it's officially fall. Whatever you guys are doing, I hope you had a good day today. I hope you had a wonderful day today. And I hope you didn't let anybody push your buttons, match your buttons, or spoil your day. Okay? Push your buttons, mash your buttons, or spoil your day. Don't let them do it. In the middle. And thank you for those thumbs ups. Those thumb ups, y'all know everybody appreciate a good thumbs up. A good thumbs up. But hey, that's not the only way to support. Subscribe if you haven't. Tap that doorbell of mine known as that YouTube notification bell. Ring it, tap it, come on in. Be polite, be nice. Treat everybody friendly, and you'll be good. Don't come in here on no chaos, no sneaky dinky, and all that, and you'll be good. Don't come in disguise, okay? But again, I hope you guys had a great Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday, and all that jazz. Hi, Sunshine Films. Am I saying that? Yep, Sunshine Films. That's a nice name. Thank you for dropping in. And thank you for the encouraging words, the motivation. I appreciate you. We're just playing with the filters. I appreciate those encouraging words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, getting in some good old walking, good cardiovascular activity. And as you guys know, there are many things you can do for fitness, cardiovascular fitness, health, to just boost your stamina, okay? Boost your endurance. You can walk, you can jog, you can run. You can ride your bicycle around the neighborhood. You can ride your stationary bike. You can ride your elliptical. I guess pedal your elliptical. You can get on your treadmill, your walking pad, your stepper. You can go swimming. You can do some stop and go, tennis. Okay, there are a plethora of things you can do. You can get up and dance. You can move around, walk in place. There are so many things you can do to increase that cardiovascular endurance. Your heart is a muscle. And like all of our muscles, we want it to be strong. And how do we get strong? We work. We work. We work. Work the body, work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. Okay? You want to work it, but you want to make sure that you don't hurt it. Don't do things that you probably don't really need to be doing. Okay? Don't try to compete with your neighbors, your friends, your frenemies, your enemies, your siblings. Just do you. Do you. And thank you so much for those words again, Sunshine Films. And as we always say, personalized, personal disclaimer that has gotten so popular. Always consult your primary healthcare provider, be it your GM, okay, your GP, okay, your MD, your medical doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, okay, a nurse that you trust, a wellness coach, a wellness trainer, a fitness coach, okay, your specialty doctors, your occupational therapist, your physical therapist. Consult all those people. Make sure that you're all on the same page, all on one accord. As I say every day, they lock arm in arm around you to form an atom, and you are the nucleus of that atom. And anytime that you're doing any type of exercising, make sure that you have gotten their approval. And look, if it seems too strenuous, if it seems too much, if you seem too winded, always slow down and or stop. Okay? And there are some modifications that you can do. Usually, it's easy to figure out how to modify. If you can't go deep with the squats, you know how not to go so deep, right? If your hip flexion or your knee flexion, if one of those isn't quite where it should be, you know not to go too deep. And as always, contact them to get started before starting or restarting, okay? Your plans, your regimens, your routines, or changing them, right? And they will help you decide when it's time to change. If you feel like you need to change, let them know. Let them know. Most likely when you guys formulate that plan, they'll tell you what to do. They'll say, add a couple of reps to each set. You know, if it's a little bit too much at first, decrease some of the reps. They'll let you know. You guys see all those mushrooms? There's so many mushrooms in this yard. It's like a trail of mushrooms, like a circle of mushrooms. It looks as if someone planted them. And I know no one planted them. They're just naturally growing mushrooms. They just grew in a circular pattern. They grew in a circular pattern. Greg Master, you left. Greg Master left up out of here. We got about 15 more minutes. So if you guys don't catch the live and you happen to catch the replay, thank you. I appreciate you. If you would like, leave a comment, because remember, we talk about those ways of supporting. Okay? And there are so many ways, just like there are so many ways to get cardiovascular activity in at some point during the day, there are so many ways to support, right? A thumbs up if you would like. If you don't, then don't, because you simply coming through is a show of support. If you pause for a few seconds, that's some support, right? Right. That's some support. Subscribing if you haven't already, that's support. Once you subscribe, you can go further with a little more support. Ring my doorbell. Hold down that notification bell. That's what it is. It's the YouTube notification bell. That's my doorbell. So that you'll be notified every time I upload a short or go live. Okay? Okay. And my shorts are a variety. Okay? They are a variety. They mostly focus on just cardiovascular activity, some strength training activity, and things like that. So anything you see me do so at your own risk. Contact all of those healthcare providers that I informed you of earlier. Okay? And always, always, in spite of all that, listen to your body. Listen to your body. If you choose not to talk to a professional and you choose to do something, listen to your body. Listen to your body. You guys hear those birds? Look at them. He just flew right there, flew right in front of me. So the birds are still chirping, still singing, still doing their thing. It's a nice sound to hear birds just throughout the day. Throughout the day. Playing their role, doing their thing. You know, all a part of nature. Watching the squirrels run, chasing their nuts. Going nuts. You hear the dogs barking. Even the sound of the cars, okay? Even the sound of the cars. You know, that all comes along with it. When you're out and about during the day. And during the night. And during the night. Sometimes you can just sit outside on your porch or your patio and just listen to the birds. And it's one of the most calming things you can do. Just watch the squirrels run around and play. You know, you have kids. If they're home from school, once they're done with their homework, give them some activity time before it's time to eat and go to bed and prepare for the next day and start over and do it all over again. Be mindful of the things that you do, of the things that you watch, of the things that you participate in, partake in. Make sure that whatever you're doing is for the good and benefit of you. Make sure that whatever you're doing is for the good and benefit of you. Doesn't matter about anybody else. Okay? When you're living your life, make sure that you're doing so, of course, for the good and benefit of your family. You know, your spouse, your children, your parents. But also for you, right? For you. You want to be able to have a healthy mind as well as a healthy body. As healthy as possible. So that when those times come where maybe you get the sniffles, you know, get a little cold, not feeling so good. Look, if you've been working out, and if you've been meditating and keeping your mind in a good place, releasing, relaxing, relating, resolving, refocusing, rejuvenating, all of that stuff plays a part with your immune system. And hopefully you can bounce back. Okay, hopefully you'll bounce back quickly whenever you have those little bugs. It's all about the way you take care of yourself. Think about your diet, your nutritionists, your dietitians. If you need help with those things, let your doctor know that you need to speak with a dietitian, a nutritionist. If you're trying to have a certain diet and it's just not working. I know a lot of times people say don't diet for weight loss because if you're dieting to weight loss, it's usually temporary. So if you're dieting is temporary, that means you're eating that way. You know, you won't sustain it, you won't continue it. And what might happen once you stop? You might gain the weight back. You might gain the weight back. So most healthcare professionals really encourage a healthy way of eating, right? A healthy way of eating, not really the trendy fad diets. Just an overall healthy way of eating. It's best. It's the best. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to talk to someone. I had to talk to someone. I had to talk to a young lady for a minute. So I'm back. And again, if you come across this video, leave a comment if you would like. If not, don't. Just watch it for a few seconds. Watch it for a minute or two. Let me know what you guys did on this Topsy-Turvy Tuesday, this Turbo Tuesday. Because once we get to this part of the week, this part of Tuesday, it seems like the rest of the week flies by. That's why I say don't rush it. Don't rush the days, okay? Don't say, oh my gosh, I wish it was Friday, or I can't wait till Friday. Now, if you have an event or if you have plans, then yeah. But just on a regular basis, don't push it. Don't rush the week by. Because I'm telling you, what we have been talking about seems like every month, especially seems like around about April or May, we all start to notice just how fast the year flies by. When we're kids, it seems like they go by so slowly. And they don't. They just go by slowly to us because we're young, we're little. We have authority figures. We're told when to go to sleep, when to wake up, when to eat, when to shower. You know, so incarcerated people aren't the only ones who are told to do that. All of us are told to do that to some degree, to some age. And so it makes it seem like time is just creeping by, but it's really not. And looking back, hindsight is 20/20. As a kid, I would have just not cared about how fast the weekend came. Just enjoy each and every day the same. Enjoy each and every day the same. You know, it's life. Enjoy each and every day the same. When you start to push those days and rush those days and, you know, say, I can't wait until this day. You're just trying to, speeding up time in a way. Technically, you're not. But with the way time flies by so fast, I have learned to just try my best to soak up each and every day the same. I know a lot of times we want Friday to come on because it's the end of the work week. But nah, I'm trying to learn to cherish. I cherish all of them the same. Hey, my bro, Chef Finest Wine. Hey, my Lounge Pride. Sis, uh, Chef says, what in the P. Diddy is going on, my sweet sister? Oh my gosh, Chef, what in the P. Diddy, the racketeer Diddy? That man got some charges on him. Oh my goodness, they refused his bail. They wouldn't even give him bail. He is being held without bond. So he won't be going anywhere. Oh, he might, I don't even know. He might be, bro. People talk about R. Kelly in his 31 years that he got. They got P. Diddy on racketeering, sex trafficking, just Rico. Rico. Racketeer influence corrupt organization. They got him. Oh my gosh. It's those sex crimes and that, you know, Rico, they you know what? These prosecutors, they can put a lot under the Rico. They can put a lot on the Rico statute. They ain't playing with him. No, Chef, they ain't playing with him. I'm talking about I think I saw somewhere where he offered to put up his mom and his home. Now I don't know if they meant their home together, like a home he had, or like I'm thinking they mean two separate homes. I'm thinking his and hers. That he offered to put those up, and they were like, no. No, they said no because he's been making contact with people. See, when they first started in on Diddy, he should have just laid low, period. He should have just laid low, period, because they already were building the case and they already knew they had something. We all knew that with that raid, right? And then apparently he's been reaching out to people. He should have never done that. He should have never done that. He should have just said, look, whoever's rolling with me is rolling with me. Whoever's going to try to help hold me down is going to try to help hold me down. Because anything he did after that point, because they've just been watching him, probably, I'm sure, for years. But anything he did after that raid, he should have just laid low. He should have just laid low. Because, I mean, they're getting him for the, like I said, you know, Rico, anything you're trying to make a financial gain on, a financial gain by in an illegal way, they'll fix it up and pretty up and put a bow on it and make it some type of RICO charge. Anything you're doing unethical, immoral, and illegal things, in exchange of funds and currency, theft, stealing, you know they're going to probably throw some type of drug charges in there, possibly. Where's Stevie J now? Where's Stevie J now? Trying to bail him out. Stevie J, look, Stevie J probably ain't got. Stevie J probably ain't. Is Stevie J even a millionaire? He did all that talking. Is he somewhere trying to get that man a good lawyer? Because he's going to need one. Is he somewhere trying to get that man a good lawyer? Because he is going to need one. He's going to have to call in some big time favors. And I think it was on Catherine's live last night. We were talking about lawyers that he's going to need these lawyers. And guess what? The lawyers that he's going to need, you know they're going to jack up their rates. They're going to jack up the rates. Because a lot of people keep saying he's going to, let me tell you something. I think P. Diddy was one of the first to almost reach billionaire status, if he's not a billionaire. So I don't think, and not just the money, the possessions, I think he'll be able to fight for a long time. But because these lawyers know and these prosecutors know the money that he has, see, his money ran way longer than R. Kelly's. So I think it's going to take him a long time. So I don't know. What do you think, Chef? Do you think he has a chance of getting some of this stuff dropped? Stevie J been trying to best people, trying to beat people up for talking about P. Diddy. Hey, I bet you he ain't gonna go up there and mess with those prosecutors. They're trying to beat people up for talking about that man having an opinion. I hollered when he tried to call himself Challenge 50. I looked, I was like, now Stevie, you might be a little buff, but you ain't 50 buff. And you and 50 got those hands. People always talking trash about 50. 50 got those hands. Why they think, I don't know, why they think he wasn't scared to go against Mayweather? 50 got those hands. 50 used to box. Steve, I was like, Steve, quit. Cut it out. Quit it. Stop it. Because you ain't going to be able to do nothing with 50. You barely could handle Scrappy. When him and Scrappy got into it on Love and Hip Hop, they wasn't, of course it was scripted, so they weren't going to let them hurt each other, but still. All right, Stevie, you couldn't even lift Scrappy. You couldn't even lift Scrappy. What you going to do with 50? What you going to do with anybody else? You better sit down somewhere. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know what we're going to do about just even every time I think about P. Diddy, I think about way back in the day when he had all that potential, all that promise. Everybody knew he couldn't really rap. But hey, he had the mind. He always had the mind of a great businessman. And sometimes that can be a good thing, but sometimes that can be a bad thing. You know, if you don't keep the business, sometimes that can be a bad thing. He kept it too. He wanted to be on top of the world too much. He wanted to be on top of the world so much until he just, you know, he didn't keep focus. He didn't keep focus. Once he started to acquire so much money and acquire so many ways of getting money, he just started to think he was just untouchable. And you know, and it's not to say people shouldn't go after people because they're successful. But also when you're successful, you shouldn't think that you have the right to do any and everything. Stevie J got me looking at him sideways like, okay, Chef, I know, right? I've been looking at Stevie J sideways for a while. Well, since he started talking all that mess about Puffy, I'm like, and then all of a sudden, now I know they kind of hung around and hung out back in the day, but you notice how close he tried to be to him? Everybody else was distancing themselves. And you know what Stevie J was trying to do? Stevie J think he's slick. He was trying to be that one. He was trying to be that one that Puffy would be able to say, you know what? Through all this crap, you stuck by me. You was the real homie. He was trying to be the one to stick by him through all the stuff. But see, now, they're not even letting dude out of prison, out of federal lockup. They're not even letting him out of federal lockup. So Stevie J, you might as well just pipe down and sit down. Pipe down, pipe down, sit down, calm down. Look, Chef, Stevie J might as well do like I say over here. Relax, release. I don't know if he can relate. You know what? He probably can relate to some of those charges, some of those things, some of those accusations. He probably can relate to some of those accusations. But he might as well just sit down, relax, release, relate, resolve, rejuvenate, refocus, reset, and restart. Because that's what all he's trying to do. He's trying to make Puffy feel like, I got your back. When all these other jokers leave you, I got your back. Stevie J said, bad boy for life. It's just a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. It is just a mess. Geez, with the filter on, looks like it was better. Let me see. Not really. I guess it's too dark now. Let me try that one. And that one makes it look light. It makes it, what is this, sketch? With it being so dark out here, you can't see anything. None of the filters working. Too dark. And it's not really even that dark. It's not even that dark. Oh well. Y'all know it's getting dark earlier and quicker. It's getting darker earlier and quicker. But yes, bro. Yes. What in the P. Diddy is going on? Woo. 2024. And the celebrities, the things happening, the crime. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's a leap year, but look, can't blame it on. We don't blame it on the leap year. We don't blame it on the stuff. These people know what they were doing. Chef said it's too much. I know that's right. It's too much. A lot of people, they say 2024 is gonna do this in 2024. I mean, you just never know when they're gonna get caught up. You never know when they're gonna get caught up. Never know when. I don't know what old P Diddy gonna do. He better give Ja Rule a call. But you know, if he gets the federal time, I don't think the time will be that bad, but just the fact that he can't get out for a while. If he's convicted at the federal level, from most people that I hear, they say the Fed pen isn't that bad. You might have some stuff here or there, but I can remember Ja Rule telling his story, and it wasn't the way he talked, it wasn't so bad. Of course, he didn't want to be locked up. He wanted to be home. But if you compare feds to state, they say Fed is way, way better. And you know why that is, though. Because most people who do things bad enough to be put in the federal penitentiary, most of those people are rich. Most of those people are rich. So we already know. That's just like that man that's wanting to run this country. If he were to ever get charged, well, they're not going to put him in there. If he did, it would be like a 10-star hotel for him. 10-star hotel. All I know is he got those grown kids. He better start rationing out that cash. And putting it in their names. And using these access to these other different types of accounts that you can use in other countries and here, there, everywhere. You don't have to so much move it all to other countries either. Just know how to do it here. But yet, I just think back and remember old P Diddy just dancing all what Suge Knight said. Dancing all in the videos, sliding and gliding all across the stage, snapping his fingers and popping his leg, popping his collar. All that success. And look now, it's too much, bro. It's too much. Just like you said, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Greg Master 5 comes in here and trolls me and then leaves. He been a pretty decent troll so far though. Go over here. I don't know where it is right there. It's too much. Catherine really enjoyed her birthday. I'm happy. I'm so happy about that. She knows we love. Yes, she did. What? Look, Chef, isn't she doing the all month celebration? Isn't she doing the all month celebration? Look, she has some new looks. She been coming on live doing some different, lives. She talked about P Diddy yesterday. She talked a little bit about politics, just a little bit, not really even about politics, just about the people running. about she just doesn't know what to do, what to think about it. She's thinking about staying at the house. I was like, no, do something, because when you don't do something, that definitely helps. It helps one side, whether it's your side or not. When you don't do anything, it helps one side. Yep, she was talking about P. Diddy, and while talking about him, she started talking about R. Kelly. And my thing is, I think they got way more stuff on P. Diddy than they do on R. Kelly. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I think they got way more stuff on P. Diddy, because when I was reading that stuff, they put the document out. It was just like they mentioned things like sex trafficking, they just said a criminal enterprise. So a criminal enterprise, you know what that means. Sharonda says, hey, she'll find this wine. They said a criminal enterprise. So a criminal enterprise, I'm like, That means that's some RICO. That's some RICO stuff. That's some RICO stuff. And he got quite a few things. They had quite a few things in that paperwork. They got quite a few things. So, I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, when you get that famous and you get that rich, why would you start making those types of decisions? And you've seen other people fall for making the same types of decisions. Like, you've seen other people fall for making the same types of decisions. And I'm not talking about your peers, like people that you're in the industry with. I'm talking about people before you. You know, P. Diddy is like, what, 56, 57 now? I think he's 56 or 57. He's almost 60. Okay, he's done all these things from the time he was, I don't know when it started, but he's been famous for, what, 40 years now? That time has flown by. Hey, Vanessa, welcome into the chat. Vanessa says, hi, Lunch Pride. Hi, Chef. Chef says, how are you, Shawanda? So he's been doing this, I'll say 30-something years, because he's about, what? He probably started out about, well, you know what? He might have started out as a teenager, because he used to dance and stuff. He used to dance before he just got into the administrative leg of things. He used to dance and all that. So, yeah, he probably has been in the business, or been in or around the business for like 40 years. Because I think he's about 47, 57. So even if he started like all that dancing and all that kind of stuff around 17, he's been in the business about 40 years or close to it, in or around. So I just don't understand. I know that he has seen people who maybe were, you know, a bit older than him when he started. And as he progressed and moved along, I know he's seen people do some crazy things and just mess up their bag, their pockets, just mess up. So why do that? Why do that? And then some of this stuff has been since this whole R. Kelly thing, you know, regardless of how you feel about R. Kelly, regardless of how you feel about Bill Cosby, some of the stuff that P. Diddy has done, some of it was after that. So, like, how can you not know that, one, you're going to get caught at some point? Hey, Annie, welcome into the chat, Annie. Annie says, hey, Chef, find this wine. Hey, Vanessa. Chef says, hey, Annie. Oh, I didn't see Annie. Hey, Annie says, Lunch Pride Mud in the chat. See, I didn't see that when I saw what she said. Hey, the chef. Hey, Annie, welcome into the chat, y'all. Welcome into the chat. Look, I was about to say, what are we going to do about P. Diddy? We aren't going to do anything. We're going to look, watch, and talk. We're going to look, watch, talk, and we're going to speculate, because that's all we can do. Because some of that stuff, he did it. So, you know, what's kind of strange to me is that there's always going to be somebody, though. Chef, you remember talking about Stevie J? They might not go as far as Stevie J, but there's always going to be somebody who's going to say he didn't do all that stuff. I don't know about P. Diddy. A lot of people mad at P. Diddy. I don't know. Y'all know how it's going to always be somebody to say he didn't do all that stuff. It's just like with R. Kelly. Do I think more people should have been held accountable? Yes. Do I think he did the things? Yes. But there are going to be some people who, even if they feel like he did it, they're not going to say anything bad about him, or they're not going to like speak bad about him. You know, some will even say they understand he has to, you know, he did the crime, he got to do the time. But you're going to have some people, they're going to stand by him. I'm talking about solid stand by. There's nothing he could do wrong. Nothing he could do wrong, even though they know he did wrong. It's going to be like, he didn't do everything they said. There's going to always be that group of society, that little box of society. And I'm thinking with P. Diddy, it's gonna be a pocket of people who are gonna be like, not just family and close friends. It's gonna be a pocket of fans who are not gonna want to believe that he did these things, even though as far as like the abuse, they saw that. You see, Annie says nothing more we can do, right? Annie, there's nothing more we can do. Did you need any? Yes, I started to read that. Yes, I just said something about it a little right before you came in, Annie. Like after reading that 14-page document. Look, I didn't read all of it, but they got all kinds of RICO stuff on him. Like, and anything that's not RICO, you can bet your bottom dollar they're gonna make it some type of RICO charge. I mean, whether it's RICO or not, they're gonna make sure that it's federal. They're gonna make sure that it's federal. Those are some serious charges. Yes, he has some serious charges. Because at first I was just like, okay, criminal enterprise. That could just mean embezzling, you know, few white collar crimes as far as finances, which I knew the part about I really didn't know, you know, with the sex trafficking. I didn't, you know, people have talked about that and people have said that, but that was in there. Sex trafficking was in there. And I'm like, they got some evidence on him. And it's more than just what they found when they raided his place in Florida. It's more than that, because if it had just been that, he probably could have been locked up on that alone. So it's more than that. Yeah, right, Annie. I'm like, dang, it's like you hate to see it. You hate to see it happen. But like I was saying a little while ago, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they do this stuff? See, these celebrities, like I said, he's been in the business in or around the business now probably since he was maybe 15, 16, 17. I would say at least 17, 18. In and or around the business, right? So I'm sure he's seen other people get caught up. I just always wonder what makes one person think that they're going to be the one. Think that they're going to be the one to get away. I always wonder what makes a person think that they're going to be the one to get away. First of all, there's a certain segment of society who doesn't want certain people to be successful anyway. Yeah, while you're successful, they're popping bottles and dabbing up with you and all this kind of stuff. But they're wishing, and how, like they're just wishing, like, I wish I could have done what he did. Because you know a community, when it comes to music, hip hop, rap, R&B, you know where that money comes from initially. But then it has to take on that crossover effect, right? Gotta take on that crossover effect. And then as soon as it crosses over, even more money flows in from the teenagers, the college kids of that demographic. The demographic, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So then that's when the wheels start to turn in certain minds. Take over. And so that's when they start to sit up and dap you up. And then, of course, the celebrity, like a dodo bird, starts to treat those people more like family and friends than family and friends. Start to trust those people more with their secrets and finances than the people they should be trusting. And not to say that they got to look like you to trust them, but I'm just saying there are certain people that you can trust instead of trusting a certain demographic so much. And next thing you know, they start to get the big head, because nobody made him do it. But you know, with the way the entertainment business is, you never know who makes who do what. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna assume some of those things that he did, nobody made him do them. He thought that he was on top of the world and that he was powerful enough to do them and get by. And that has always just bothered me. How can you think that you're on top of the world like that? That you're not gonna someday tick somebody off, maybe somebody who's been allowing you to get away with it, been protecting you kind of. One day you're gonna tell them no, and they're not gonna want to hear that word no. And then all of your stuff is going to start to unravel. He is locked up in the federal facility. Yep, in the federal facility in Manhattan. And he offered to put up his mom's and his I know I saw his home and his mom's home. Now, I don't know if that meant their home together or both of their homes. But whether it's one or two, I'm sure that it was a lot of money. I'm sure they were worth a lot of money. He offered to put those up and they refused. They refused. It would definitely take the Almighty himself, to help him. To get him out of this situation. It's going to take him. It's going to take him. Yes, it's going to take the Almighty himself to get him out of this. And then, with him, that video, oh my gosh, that video alone, because they got him on like abuse charges and sex trafficking, abuse, all those financial charges and mishandling of money for financial services, illegal services. And you never know what that means. Illegal services, you never know what that means. And so, all these people who have sued, they've already kind of hit his pocket. Cassie kind of hit his pocket. Other people have been trying to kind of hit that pocket. And so I'm like, oh, you better put your money. Look, you got all these grown kids now. You better put that money for that little baby. You better put that in some type of account or secured account where that's hers and it's hers. Your kids, which most of his kids now can make their own money, but being that he's in this predicament, like, how people do, how the entertainment business does, they might just shun them now. So he better find a way to get that money while he's trying to put all that money up to get out. He needs to find a way to secure some of that money. Because I know the lawyer fees, they're going to be extra. Which video? Was a video with Cassie? After that video was leaked, there's no telling what other videos they saw of that nature. With him thinking he was like he was, there's probably videos of him and other women, him and other men, him being abusive towards them. Because a couple of people came out saying that he was abusive towards them. So after seeing that video, and then there has to be more, more than what they found when they were in Florida. And maybe not, maybe they just used all that and they have taken this time to build the case off of it. But I did see where I think one of the reasons they denied bail was because he's been reaching out to people. So, he should have never done that. Once they got on him hot and heavy, he should have been too afraid to have any type of conversations with anybody. Oh, okay, the one with him. Yes, that was shameful. And then just think about it, Annie. All that stuff they collected, there's no telling what other videos they have that he kept. Because people like him, they talking about sex trafficking and stuff like that, allegedly. Well, the paperwork said it, but I'll say alleged because this is YouTube. But they talking about stuff like that. And it's not just with all these rumors that are out here. It's going to be probably men and women involved. Because both men and women have been suing. Him. So I'm thinking it's going to be men and women involved. And it's just a hot mess. It's just a hot, dirty, shameful mess. A hot, dirty, shameful mess. So but it's going to be something to watch. It's going to be something to watch because it's going to go on for a minute. And I'm thinking, people comparing him to R. Kelly. I'm thinking, okay, R. Kelly got 30 years. And then when they took him back to court for something else and tacked on another year. So he got 31 years. But I think he's in the state penitentiary. So the only decent thing that might work out for P. Diddy is that he ends up in the federal penitentiary, because nobody wants to end up in any penitentiary. But when you compare state to federal, people jump for federal. They rather go to federal. Annie says I'm going to be watching. I know, right, Annie? We're gonna watch. And like I said, I just hate that, because people of his stature, they get to where they are. You're already gonna have people trying to take advantage of you. You know, you're gonna have those people trying to take advantage of you financially, mentally, physically. But then for you to do things yourself that you know were wrong, oh my goodness. For you to do things yourself that you know were wrong, that you know could get you in a world of trouble. And growing up the way he grew up, he knew that this stuff would get him in a world of trouble. He knew. But once that bank account gets to be so much, they just feel like, A, they're too big to get caught, or too big to really get in trouble. Like they can pay their way out of everything. Or B, if they happen to get in a little trouble, if they've never been in trouble before, they're going to have people to, have their backs in high places. Or C, they just don't care. They just don't think they're going to get caught. And I don't know how in the world they could think C. I don't know how in the world they can think they're just not going to get caught. That's crazy. People are always watching you. When you're a celebrity like that, people are always watching. People are watching them when they're on the straight and narrow. People are watching them when they're on the straight and narrow. So just think about it when they start to do some things. There's nothing wrong with having fun. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the spoils of your labor. There's nothing wrong with doing whatever you want to do. If you've become wealthy and you've worked hard and you've, acquired finances and goods, and, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like the dream. I wouldn't even say the American dream. That's just like the dream for everyone, to have financial security. And he had, I don't even know if you could say it's financial security. He's just filthy rich. Like I said, I think he's one who, if he didn't reach billionaire status, he was close. He better have a Cochrane temple. I know that's right. I know, because, I know it's gonna hit him in the pockets, because guess what? Some of the lawyers that he gets, he's gonna have to get the best of the best. And the best of the best charged. You know what they charge. But then when it's somebody like P. Diddy, oh, their fee probably triple. You got some of them sitting home right now, or try to make contact with him right now, and their fees have tripled. And so you got people still wanting to sue. And of course, he's locked up. Guess what? More people are going to want to sue. They don't care about him being locked up. They know what he has. They know the finances that they're wanting some of the finances that he has. So you got more people wanting to sue. You probably got outstanding lawsuits already. And then you got lawyers who, they're going to triple those fees. Probably at least triple those fees. Yeah, they're going to triple those fees. If he gets the best lawyer in the United States, first of all, the best lawyer in the country might not be in New York, right? And y'all already know, they do regular people like that. If they got to travel, that's money. You're getting charged for their travel. You're getting charged for their lunch, their dinner. And where do they go to eat dinner? The most expensive restaurants there are. You're getting charged for their hotel stay. Ooh. And then that's not even talking about the legal work. You're talking about they're going to charge you because they're going to say they have to pay their paralegals. They have to pay their assistants. They have to pay the people that are helping them. Because most of the times, that's who do a lot of the footwork, the paralegal and the other people, the assistants. So he's got to pay them. He's going to charge them based on that. He's going to charge them based on flights. He's going to charge based on, even though he has to pay the flight, like say, for instance, he gets a plane ticket. Say he gets a lawyer from LA to New York. That's a plane ticket, right? Well, he's gonna pay for it, and he's gonna pay for all those trips back and forth. And I'm sure he's gonna make quite a few, or they are gonna make quite a few, because he's gonna have a team, right? And then they're gonna be eating 5-star meals in 5-star hotels and restaurants every night. And what is he gonna do? He just wants to get out. He just wants to get out. And now that is gonna be sad, but I cannot stand it when people do that, take advantage of a situation. But that's what they're gonna do. And then they're gonna not only pay for their flights and things like that, they're gonna say, well, I had to use my credit card. They might charge you a fee for using their credit card. They might charge you, they're going to charge them the fees for using their credit cards. Then they're going to charge what? Their most important one, their time. So they're going to charge you for all of that stuff, all those filings, all those going in and out of courts, all those, they're going to charge for phone calls. And because it's him, those charges are going to probably double, triple, who knows? Vanessa says they sure do. Annie says facts. Yes. Yep. Hey, Joshua. Welcome to the chat, Joshua. Annie says $1,000 bottles of baby. Come on. Right. Baby oil almost made me. Annie, I was like, what in the... Who does that? Who does that? $1,000 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Oh, my God. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He just did too much. Joshua says, hi, Annie. Annie said, hey there, Joshua. He just really did too much, y'all. He really did. And like I said, there are going to be some people who are going to support him. And that's fine. That's fine. Like, because anybody, when they're in a pickle, they're in a tough situation, a tough spot, they want support. They need support. Even the law, if you can't afford an attorney, they even appoint you an attorney. He may not be a great one, or she may not be a great one, but they will even appoint you an attorney. So, of course, he's not going to get a court-appointed attorney. But I'm just saying, if people support him, that's fine. They got to deal with why they support him. But, hey, if he gets out of this, he should never want to have another party again. The only party he should be wanting to have is birthday parties with his kids. All of that. Because too much went on. Like, too much went on. And guess what? If he gets out of it, there's going to be somebody still waiting to see if they can trip him up. Still waiting to see if he's going to continue to have that same behavior. Because believe it or not, y'all, a lot of people, when they get into trouble with the law, if they get out of it, or I'll say somebody like, for example, Mystical, the rapper Mystical. Now, of course, he wasn't near as rich as P. Diddy, but every time Mystical got out of trouble, he was right back in trouble. I can't stand it when a person can get out. He served time. Mystical served time a couple of times, and he would still get out and still do the same type of behavior. And it said he is a freak. He is. Like, and I'm like, you know what? And this goes for men and women. How freaky are you? Like, it's a certain degree of freakiness that just seems like too much for you to allow your body to deal with, your mind and body to go there. Like, it's just a certain degree of freakiness. It just seems like, I know people are freaky, but it seems like when you get to a certain degree, it's just too much. It's just too much. He is a freak. Vanessa says, hi, Joshua. He was just, oh my gosh. But so Mystical, like I said, he's not, of course, as rich as P. Diddy, but he's famous. And he got into trouble several times for the same type stuff. Every time he would get out, he would say he's going to do better. And I guess he would try, but he would get locked up again. And if I'm not mistaken, Mystical might be locked up now. I'm not sure, but he had gotten out for like maybe the second, third time or something like that. And right back at it again. Same type of behavior. So if Diddy does get out of this, I think one of those charges is going to stick. Well, a couple of them probably going to stick. And how much time he'll get, I don't know. He had been in trouble before, so it just depends on which ones that do stick. But if he gets out, he should never, ever, ever want to have another celebrity party again. Another celebrity party again. Right, Annie, way too much. He should never, ever want to have another celebrity party again. All his parties should be with his family. With his family and his closest friends. The ones that he knows for a fact are friends. And it's not to say that he doesn't have friends, because it seems like a lot of this stuff he did or is accused of doing isn't really with people that maybe he considered friends. They seem to be maybe people who worked for them, not only making them sign NDAs, but kind of being abusive. Some of those abusive charges. People that worked for him in some fashion, whether it's working at the house or just working in the music industry. So, it's a lot of abuse charges running up and through there. And I got to finish, because I didn't get to finish reading it. But when I saw it was 14 pages, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I guess that's not the worst, but that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. I thank you guys for coming in. Annie, my brochure finest wine, Joshua, Shawanda, G Master 5. Y'all, I got a troll. He comes in. He told me he subbed to me. His name is G Master 5. Vanessa. Vanessa. Who else came? I know it was G Master 5 in here. Shawanda. Okay, that was it. I got everybody. I like to try to get everybody, because y'all know I like a nice, cozy chat. Okay, at one point my chat had started getting kind of not big, but kind of much. And then it just kind of went left. So we got it back in the middle, and we want to keep it in the middle, okay? We want to keep it adult-like, good vibes, good tone, and just general conversation. We just on here to talk. That's what YouTube is about networking. Whether it's networking and getting you some type of working relationship with people, or just, getting some comrades that you just come on here and talk with. So I come on here and I walk. I hope people watch the legs move, and I hope they keep moving themselves at some point throughout each day for 30 minutes for cardiovascular endurance, fitness, and health. Okay? And that's why I always say, watch the legs move, watch the legs move. And that's why I always say as well, contact your primary healthcare provider before starting or restarting any exercise plan, routine, regimen. Okay? And whatever you decide, whatever you guys come up with, it's nice to have some modification exercises. Okay? Have your plan, but have some things. Sometimes you have to modify things. And sometimes it's easy to modify things on your own, but also just let your doctor know, like, if you want to do squats, don't go too deep. If you find you're going too deep and those knees or those hips are hurting you, don't go as deep. You can do mini squats and still get a good result. Okay? So again, contact your primary healthcare provider, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant. Okay, any specialty doctor that you may have, your physical therapist, occupational therapist, your dietitian or your nutritionist, all right, your fitness coach, your weight trainer. They all circle around you and form an atom, and you are the nucleus of that atom. So if you ever need to stop, slow down or stop, hey, slow down or stop. Okay, slow down or stop. And anything that I say over here is for informational purposes only. Anything that the chat puts in the chat, informational purposes only. Those are nuggets. Nuggets. The things that we do that we have noticed that help us or people we know. So we're not guaranteeing that anything we say or do over here will help you, but we're asking you to do your research. We're dropping nuggets. Do your research, look it up, check reputable sources, and take those things to your doctor. And get your regular screenings. Get your regular doctor's appointments. Get your regular screenings. Okay, nobody likes to go. Right? Nobody likes to go. But then you do have some people who look forward to going. They know that they've been trying to do good and trying to do right, and so they look forward to going to see their doctors. So I won't say that nobody likes to go. But I think sometimes most people get a little anxiety, about going to the doctors for many different reasons. Some have trust issues. Some just don't like to go. Some don't like needles. Some don't like the whole setup. Like some people say they get that white coat syndrome. They see the doctor and the nurses and their blood pressure goes up. But when they check their blood pressure any other time, it's normal. So a lot of people just don't like to go. But try your best to go. Have your wellness visits. Get your wellness checkups. And pray that everything is okay. And if there's something going on, Get on top of it. Get on top of it. Okay, get on top of it. But hopefully there won't be anything going on. But get on top of it. Get on top of it. You have to think it off. Don't claim it. If God brings it to you, right? Or brings you to it, he'll get you through it. He'll get you through it. So do that, y'all. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. Okay? And don't let anybody pull you into their misery lounge. Because a lot of people, be it social media or be it right there in your hometown, be it at your job, be it at church, be it at the local Walmart, at the local Target, they have misery lounges, okay? And people say misery loves company, right? That saying is often true. But sometimes people aren't really miserable. Sometimes they just like being in the midst of misery, and they like causing confusion and chaos and causing misery. They like seeing people miserable. And see, so they'll invite you into their place. They'll invite you into their lounge. They'll invite you into their spot. They'll give you peanuts and mints, give you a few drinks, get you comfortable, get your feet up. You're watching the big screen TV. They got a smile on your face. And the next thing you know, you see them unzipping. They're unzipping. And that sheep's clothing is coming off. And you see some wolves, okay? You see some wolves, okay? So listen, if they throw you to the wolves, or if you find yourself in the midst of wolves, come back leading that pack, okay? Come back leading that pack. Because a lot of times people just like misery. They might not be miserable. They just like seeing other people miserable or trying to make other people miserable. Sometimes if people, it's just like I always talk about being positive. But because I talk about being positive doesn't mean I'm not human. And a lot of times people will take that. They will take that and they will throw things at you to see, well, she can't be that positive. No, I can't. It's a work. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, okay? People are still human. People have different bags that they come out of at different times, okay? Look at Annie. Okay? So just don't bother people. Don't bother people. And don't let bother people bother you. Don't let bother people bother you. Nobody's perfect. We're just all trying to make it. We're all trying to make it. And come on this app for fun. I always say I think that the apps were meant for fun. Whenever they came up with TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I think the idea was for fun, networking, teaching, learning purposes, informational purposes, entertainment purposes. But when they got to their entertainment purposes, man, oh man. And when they got to their entertainment purposes, everything just went boom. Because some people threw their own purposes in there. So it's supposed to be informational, okay, entertainment purposes only, networking, informative purposes, all that stuff. You know, learning to do things, DIY, do it yourselves, teaching channels, learning channels. And then you get those who just want to come on and usually it starts with their opinion, which we're all allowed to have, but it starts with an opinion, and that opinion is kind of cringy, or that opinion has negative vibes, right? So don't let people pull you into a misery lounge, right? GYGAG. What does that mean? Grab your grip and go. When you find out when you see them start to unzip those clothes, grab your grip and go. Okay? Grab your grip and go. Get up out of there. And if they come into your lounge, don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated to ask them to leave. All right? Because you have a space. You have your lounge. You have your space. And it might not be happy 100% of the time. It might not be happy all the time. But you are in control of it, right? You are in control of it. You keep that ecosystem, okay? You keep all things equal in your ecosystem. You create the equilibrium, right? You know just how much drama you want to have, how much fun you want to have, how much you want to teach, how much you want to learn. You keep all things equal in your lounge. So if someone comes in and disrupt your equilibrium, just ask them to leave. Ask them to leave. Tap that block button or ask them to leave. Because the thing about YouTube, people will say they can't stand somebody, but they still watch them. Because I do it. And so I can't like be a hypocrite about it because I have my reasons for doing it. So I know other people have their reasons for doing it. But if I get to the point where you just like I'm just disgusted by you, then that's when I'll start watching. If I get disgusted, that's when I stop. If I'm not quite disgusted yet and I'm looking for something, I'm gonna watch too. But I'm not gonna pick and bother unless I'm getting picked and bothered with. So y'all don't let other people bother you. And it's easier said than done, but that's what we gotta try to do. All right, that's how we got to try to work this thing out. So I will see you guys in the on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live in Lions Pride. I'm trying to think. I'm kind of I know I'm kind of pausing because I'm thinking I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, and I might not get home until like really dark. So if I don't see you guys tomorrow, I will see you on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lions Pride on Thursday. Okay, if it's the Lord's will, on Thursday. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Annie. Thank you guys for joining and coming in here, hanging out with me. And I always say these are my OGs. Like, I so missed Annie. I was so missing Annie and Vanessa and Tamika come in. I enjoy when they come in. Like, I always enjoy when you ladies come in. We had a great conversation, good conversation. My bro Chef Finest Wine came through here. Joshua came in and said hello. Joshua gets a little bad sometimes, but Joshua, he's okay. He's okay. I got a troll. His name is Greg Master 5. I told Greg Master 5 as long as he comes in here and asks me to stomp like I'm walking like a giant or something. He be trying to be funny, but he keeps it cute, so I let him stay. So have a great night, y'all. I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. Bye, y'all.